But you'll notice for the adults, they're not quite as pink. They come from a very hot place too. So they have these light colored feathers, and for the greater flamingos, it is their special adaptation to reflecting sunlight. It helps them keep themselves cool where they live. Looks like we're getting a lot of luck with our rhinos today. If you guys look out to the right side, you'll see another couple of our southern white rhinos over there. They're in a special area that we call our Rhino Rescue Center. So this is our state-of-the-art breeding facility. This is where we hope to have rhino babies in the future. And maybe you guys have had a chance to see our little baby Edward from back then. But right now, this is Mayoto, who is out right in front of us. But like I mentioned before, but horns, hair, and nails aren't the only things made out of keratin. Feathers are as well. So you guys will see some of our pelicans out there. We have two different types. The ones that are white overall are the great white pelicans. The ones with a bit of gray on their backsides are known as the Dalmatian pelican. And they're interesting guys. They actually love to team up with other birds to go fishing. And not only birds from where they live, but our native birds from San Diego too. So we have these dark, sleek, diving birds that are called cormorants. They like to go deep underneath the water, and they can chase the fish out of their hiding places up to the surface. And our pelicans will be up patrolling at the top of the water, waiting to ambush those fish up from above. But these two are a great example of how awesome. I like that. So, we love our vultures too. They are the recyclers of the wild. They're the ones who help break down a lot of harmful diseases in animals that we wouldn't want. Things like botulism or tuberculosis, they can completely remove that from the environment just by eating that animal. So they provide a very important service for the wildlife and for us too. But speaking of services, there's an animal here that a lot of our other friends will rely on to spot potential predators. You guys can probably guess, of all the animals of Africa, which ones would be the best ones to see a predator? It would be our giraffes. So we have our tower of giraffes spread out here. They are known as a tower because they can get up to 18 feet tall, and they have amazing eyes and can see things up to 2 miles away. And a lot of animals will rely on them. Like our friends right beside us, so we've got a herd of these chocolate brown antelope with curved back horns, known as these sable antelopes. Now while they do have the giraffes around to help them spot predators, they've also got a special tactic too. Notice how they're all facing in different directions. They don't really face one another, and that's their way of divvying up that responsibility to help spot predators. Now behind them, there are some large tan antelopes on the hill. Those are known as the Patterson's eland. Also very reliant on the giraffes because they are so big, they can get up to 3,000 pounds heavy. They are way too heavy to be able to outrun their predators. So they need friends like the giraffes around to warn them. And then also the tiniest of the antelopes out there, little guys spread out on the hillside, are known as the springbok. How they may team up to avoid their predators. Now, here to the left, you guys will see a group of our ostrich. These are actually a group of our girls. Now, ostrich have very good eyesight as well, just like the giraffes. They have these incredibly large eyes, and if you want to try to compare your eyes to theirs, look at your thumb. That's about the diameter of an ostrich eye. They're incredibly fast runners too, and in a full sprint, they can run up to 40 miles per hour. Now, while they're known for being the fastest two-legged animals in the world, we've got another animal here with a reputation, well, a bit of a notorious reputation on the left. They are known as the Cape buffalo, these dark cattle-like animals on our left side. And they are known to charge at anything that threatens their herd. Up on the hillside, you'll see our big friend Dylan. He is a dromedary camel. He's got that single hump on his back. Now, it actually stores fat. It's not water. And that's because it gets incredibly hot where he lives. Now, fat is a very good insulator, and it stores extra energy for the body. But camels don't need the insulation or the heat or the warmth as much, and so all that fat is instead stored onto their backs. But just like the giraffes, Dune has some friends around him that also look out for his protection, or for protection. So those are the Somali wild ass that are gathered out there. And I know it's a funny name, that just happens to be the name that they're given. They are a critically endangered animal, with less than 300 of them left in the wild. So of course we want to protect them as well. We've taken up that challenge as a safari park to increase their numbers. And that goes too for all the animals we're seeing here, like those to the left side of the tram. So these reddish antelopes are known as the Uganda cobs, and they've got a very interesting way of avoiding their predators. But like I mentioned, they all have these reddish colored coats, and it's their special way, or their adaptation, for camouflaging and avoiding their predators. Ah, okay. It looks like they've all moved to this area here. Now down below, again, you're going to see those tan antelope with the curved back horns.